Figure 4 Radio.
Hello everyone, welcome to Figure 4 Radio. It's the Mastermind Olie Spring, joined as always by Luke-O-Mac.
Hello.
Today we're down at the Hope Academy. We're joined by head trainer Paul McSherry.
How are we, guys?
Not too bad, mate. So yeah, first time we've been down here. It's packed.
Absolutely packed. Yeah, we've got about 25, 30 people here tonight. Every Tuesday night it's just growing and growing and growing.
No, it's a pleasure to be down here. Now, let's take it all the way back to the very beginning. So about a year ago, local wrestling hit an all-time low. And yet here we are a year later, 12 months later. You're a couple of months away from your anniversary show. Jury's in November the 6th.
Yeah, so we've done our first show last November.
Yep, I was there for that.
So this will be our first anniversary show. Everyone's dead excited about it.
So how do you go from the state the local scene was in a year ago to where you are now? You know, putting on some massive shows, bringing in some massive talent, and putting on some of the best wrestling Milton Keynes has ever seen.
Basically, it's just been a massive team effort. It hasn't been one person. It hasn't been myself. It's been a massive team effort. You know, from all the guys in the gym to all the guys that come to the shows and help out, from setting up the ring to out postering, flyering, spreading the word, and just building the product back up. What you'll find in the room is everyone's dead passionate about professional wrestling, and everyone just wants to come down and have fun and enjoy themselves, and I think that was lost for a long time.
So looking around the room, I see some old faces, I see some new faces. We commentated a few weeks back on some of your shows. I've seen a lot of kids step up that obviously we knew a long time ago, and I say seeing them these days, just that you really taking on a leadership role and helping out other people. What's it like, kind of witnessing all the kids grow up and
I think that's the
develop
best
as
part
wrestlers?
of it, because you get people that walk through the door that are shy. Some people that haven't got. Some people come here, they haven't got many friends, and what you find is kind of like a family down here. Everyone gets involved with each other, everyone sort of looks after each other, and everyone helps each other grow. If someone's not good at it, everyone's offering each other advice. Myself, Paddy, along with Mark Massa, we all try to grow the people from big, try to get them strong, fit. Basically everything you need to know so you can get into the ring and perform.
Cool. So as I say, we've witnessed a handful of shows now. We're hopefully going to be kind of getting on board with a few more. We've also got an over 18 show coming up. Is that right?
Yeah. So
Wonderworld. Tell us a little bit about that, because I'm quite excited for that.
Everyone loves the family shows. They're our bread and butter at the end of the day. But there's a different market out there to go a bit edgier, to do to take the product to the next level. Basically, we've got a really cool opportunity by using the Wonderworld nightclub. It's an incredibly exciting venue with the lighting, the way it's set up, the staging. It's bang centre in the middle of the city centre. It can hold 1,000 people.
Wow.
Aims to get 1,000 people in there.
Not bad.
So we'll see how it goes.
So I know the recent Hope show in Leighton Buzzard, I think, raised about £750 for charity.
No, yeah, exactly.
Am I right in saying the over 18 shows for charity as well?
That's right. Everything will be going for church.
What was the cause for that one?
So there's a local charity in Milton Keynes called the Henry Allen Charity. Basically, it's also raised money for children's cancer. We've done stuff for them before. We recently done the local day in Emerson Valley. It's always good to help raise some money, but also for the boys and the girls to have some fun while doing it.
Cool, man. Well, so we're going to soak up some more time here at the Hope Academy. Paul, if people want to come down and learn how to wrestle and just get involved, how can they do that? Where can they do that? When can they do that?
Basically, you can either drop the Figure 4 page a message, drop the Hope Wrestling page a message, drop myself, Paul McSherry, on Facebook a message, or come down to the Guardian Academy in Milton Keynes.
So that's Bradwell Abbey.
Bradwell Abbey. It's just by Stacey Bushes. Just come down and enjoy it.
So we're here, it's Tuesday night, fitness training started at 8.
Yeah, so we always start a little bit earlier at 8 o'clock.
Funny enough, we showed up at about 8:15, so we just missed out on that fitness training.
And then from here till we'll be in here for about 8:30 till about 11 o'clock, just with your wrestling. One of the cool things here is we have a full-time ring set up. It's full matted area. It's got everything you need. We've got weights, we've got squat racks, we've got running machines. It's even got an MMA cage, so we do a lot of shoot wrestling in here as well.
So something for everybody, basically.
Something for everyone. Saturday mornings as well we teach, but it's mainly more designed for the younger people, the under 14 Saturday mornings. But yeah, it's really growing.
One last question: who would you say is the person to keep an eye on? So there's always one kid that is just on the cusp of breaking through and becoming a megastar.
To be honest, there's several. What we found here is certain places you'll go, and if you don't have the right look or you can't lots of people don't get the right opportunity. We literally try to grow everyone. So, to be honest, keep your eyes on all of them.
Will do.
If you watch where some of them have come from, and in a space of a short few months, they've really grown. But there's not one person I'd say look out. I'd say look out for all of them.
We'll do in that case. Well, thanks for joining us.
Cheers, guys.
We're going to go chat to some other people, but Paul McSherry here for Hope Academy. Yeah. So we're back at the Hope Academy with Jeff.
Hello.
How long have you been training here at the Hope Academy?
Just over a year now.
Because was this the first place you've been, or have you trained elsewhere?
No, this is pretty much the first place.
This is like square one, and
this is the beginning of Jeff's journey.
What's it been like for you? Kind of, well, I guess going from square one, never training before. A year later, you're still here. What's it been like?
It's been amazing. It's been awesome. I think like most people probably who maybe wrestlers nowadays and entertainment professionals, I started off wrestling as a kid, mucking about with my friends, school, getting in trouble, in the grassy fields outside where I live, and then never really did anything about anything, never really thought actually about wrestling until I got quite a bit older. And then one day I was just with my daughter playing and thought, do you know what I fancy doing? Train to become a wrestler, see if I can hurt my body and be in pain for the rest of my life. So I did it.
Every wrestling fan's desire.
Exactly, yeah. Just to see how much pain you can get yourself into and carry on living. But basically, I just went online, got an opportunity to come down, met a few awesome guys. Jay Garner, who's one of the wrestlers for Hope, he's an amazing athlete, and he was one of the first people that kind of introduced himself to me, and I got told I was pretty good at it on my first day, and that kind of really just encouraged me to come back. And I think that's something we try to do with everyone that comes down. We try to give them encouragement, show where they show signs of potential and so forth, and give it a go.
So obviously you come down here, you've developed your style of wrestling.
Yes.
But also you've got your character from that. How much of that has developed from your style of wrestling? Because obviously you're called El Jefe, which is kind of for me
Jeff.
El Jeff.
Yeah.
I got it right and it's wrong.
Weird.
So yeah.
I spelled it wrong. Jefe. But
yeah.
it's just constant progression. I think I had a rough idea of what I wanted to do. Always wanted to be in a lucha mask. Didn't go to Mexico, but I just thought, hey, a mask looks cool.
Yep.
Kind of fits with El Jeff, the kind of underdog persona, kind of explosive, bit of kind of the unconventional Jack Black style character in a movie.
Nacho
is El Jeff, yeah. A bit of Nacho, bit of a Kung Fu Panda, all of that stuff's in there. Bit of the dragon. I was actually tempted to call myself the Dragon Warrior El Jeff. Still might do that.
We can do that on commentary. We can still do that. We'll keep that going. We'll keep that rolling.
So basically, just the character came out. The more I progressed, the more these kind of little things that I liked from other things, inspirations and so forth, and also kind of fit with kind of how I was in the ring. I think like when I started, I wanted to be like Rey Mysterio, or El Generico, but I'm not as athletic as those guys, as much as I tried to be. And I should have probably done a bit more healthy eating and exercise earlier on in my life, but I can still do quite a lot for a man of my size, and I'm still quite athletic really, but there's still plenty to come from El Jeff, I can assure you.
So how many matches would you say you've had now? We've seen a handful.
Yeah, I don't know. My first match was actually in November last year, only like a few months into my training, which is ridiculous.
What was your first match like, kind of stepping into the ring for the first time in front of a crowd?
I was in a rumble, and I think I got down to the last 4, and I was pretty impressed with that. It was actually Jay Garner, who I met on my first date. He eliminated me with a Hurricane Rana over the ropes.
I was at that show.
Yes.
Yeah, I was at that show. Yeah.
I was trying to powerbomb him over the ropes, but he got in.
Yeah, he's
Is
a
that
slippery
Rey Mysterio influence? I should have seen it coming.
Character, yeah.
And then I got an amazing opportunity to wrestle Ashley Dunn and Jay Garner in a triple threat. That was my first kind of proper match, and that was an amazing experience. Ashley Dunn is again another amazing athlete who's shown so much potential. He's faced off against like Will Ospreay and so many other amazing superstars.
I think that's
around
the story
the
that's going to come up a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Where can we catch El Jeff on Twitter, Facebook? Are you out there?
Yeah, I'm El Jeff Wrestler, but that's Jefe.
So it's spelled Hefe, but it's pronounced Jeff.
Yeah, I just spelled it wrong. Yeah,
the E is silent.
Yeah, exactly.
El Jeff, thanks for joining us.
No, thank you.
So we're here with Jay Garner.
Hey, how you doing?
It's about, man, you right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
No, I'm good. Yeah. So you kind of started. I think the first Hope show, Milton Keynes, was your first show as well. Am I right in saying that?
Yes. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So you've been training. It's almost about a year. How long have you been training before that time?
about 4 months.
Okay. So you're 4 months and you had your first match.
Quite new, yeah.
So what's it like training down here at Hope Academy?
It's really good. The people are really, really good. That's the thing is you don't get other places. Is everybody here is always willing to help out everyone. I mean, there's no like contest at all. It's all just a big family kind of thing. It's great. It's a lot of things you don't find places.
Cool. How did you find because you said you've only been in it 4 months before you started, you've been hitched over here. How did you find your first in-ring experience? How was that? What was that like on the first show?
I absolutely shat myself. I was pacing around backstage for about 45 minutes before I had to go out. Yeah. Literally just walking up and down. Everybody telling me to calm down. Yeah. I absolutely crapped it.
Fair enough. Absolutely. I think most of us would, to be honest.
So you won your first battle royal.
Yes.
But you had a bit of an undefeated streak, am I right in saying?
For about 4 months, yeah.
Wow, that's not bad. Now, so I noticed, I think you put a lot of work in outside the ring and like outside of training, am I right? Like, it was like posting and flying and stuff.
Yeah.
So do you think that like, do you think that's appreciated by everyone that's here? Like, so giving the opportunities if you earn them and you work hard for them?
Definitely. If you're willing to take your own time out and help out and really try and build the brand, you definitely get rewarded in big ways. It's really good.
Cool. So I'm trying to think. So your first match was the run where you were shitting yourself. Have you kind of? Do you still get those nerves now going in, or are you kind of? Has the confidence grown?
To be honest, my confidence has grown a lot, but I'm still dead nervous every time. Dead nervous.
Well, I think that's important. I think the day that you're not nervous, I think that's when you're probably going to hurt yourself. So that's all good. One last question. What's kind of coming up for Jay Garner now? Like, what's on the horizon? Any big matches or nice big feuds?
Well, I've got my tag team partner Kai.
Oh, Kai Payne. Yeah. Good friend of the show.
Yeah, big things coming for us, I think. I think me and Kai, we've got a really good bond. We've got really good styles. I think it'll go really, really well, and I think we'll progress quite far with it. I think it'll be good.
Just one last thing. Where can we find you on the internet? Twitter, Facebook? Where can we find you online? Twitter, Facebook, that kind of stuff?
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah.
That whole shebang.
Yeah. Jay Garner or what?
Just Jay Garner. Type in Jay Garner. I'm probably one of the few to pop up. There's not a lot of Jay Garners out there.
Cheers. Well, thanks for talking to us, Jay.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
Okay, so we're now here with Twister.
Hi.
The infamous Twister. How long have you been training now?
I've been training since, I hate to say the name off of the old version.
The old team.
TAW, I used to train for them. I was so stuck with a name for myself, and then Paul McSherry just came up with Twister.
Just like that.
It.
And that's it. So how does training here at Hope Academy kind of compare to the other places that you trained before?
Well, it's more tougher. It's more competition to get yourself booked on the card and elsewhere. So plus, working as well in your full-time life. It's just trying to fit it around in the whole thing, but I love it.
Cool. So who was your first proper match? Well, when did you have that?
My first proper match.
I guess I think you had a rumble, didn't you?
Yes,
but those never count. That's just
proper match was against Andy Rains.
Okay, yeah. How did it feel going into that first match for you?
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But soon my music hit and I was out there. It was just like I've been doing it for years. I don't know why, but it just felt like that experience.
You felt like you're at home.
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of like the atmosphere here, because I say training with so many people and like getting to know so many people, it kind of builds that family environment.
Yeah, it does. And another thing, we're all friends, and in theory as well, we're a big family.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Twister as a character. Who is Twister? Like, what's Twister all about?
Well, cut the long story short, that I come up with a little story that I was in a Twister attack, and I was the only survivor in that attack.
Okay.
So that's when I become saying, if I survived the Twister attack, why can't my name be Twister? Yeah. So I thought I'd build up that character. I pushed him up to the card, and this is where he is now.
And I'm right in saying you're tag teaming with Blizzard.
Yes,
another guy that's been around for quite a while. What's it like teaming with someone that's got that kind of that level of experience that's been around the block a few times?
Well, it's one of those things that I was always wanted to be in tag team action. I've always loved tag team. It's high, it's fun, it's exciting, it gets the crowd pumped up. Especially you get the hot tag, come back, finish. There you go. But with Blizzard, he's been around for a long time. I'd chosen him because I knew he's been in tag team action before. And but at the moment we ain't recently been in tag team action because obviously he's been working and God knows what else. So, but we're still undefeated as a tag team. So.
That's brilliant. Now you said obviously earlier that Paul gave you your name as Twister. Now would that be something because of the way you are in the ring? Like you said, you like that luchador style. What's your influence when you get in that ring?
Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
When I was watching wrestling, I was age 12.
Yep.
And then I was doing like trampoline wrestling with my brother and stuff like that. And I just got to gradually build. And then I always loved watching Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
So Rey Mysterio is just like my idol.
Yep.
Because the best match I've seen him face was Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
That's one of the best matches I've seen. Because obviously it's due to the feud when family stuff on the outside got into the business side.
Brilliant.
So I've always looked up for Rey Mysterio, but now it's more like Kalisto because my finisher is exactly the same as Kalisto's finisher.
Are you on Twitter, Facebook?
Yeah, I'm all over. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. And I'm on Instagram as well. So my Facebook account is Twister Wrestler. You can find him. It's not that far to find. On Twitter, I'm trying to think now. Yeah, it's Twister Wrestler again. The same again.
There's a lot to remember.
Yeah, but my Instagram is so simple. It is the Weather Warning. Just the tag team name, Weather Warning. You'll find him on Instagram. There you go. But you'll see me all over Hope. I've cut in promos as well, so I hope you've seen my promos as well. So, but it's been a pleasure being on this, and I've always wanted to talk to you guys once before, but thank you for your time, and thank you very much.
Okay, brilliant. Cheers. Well, thanks for joining us, Twister. Thanks very much.
And we're back with Kent Nelson,
how you doing, guys?
A guy I've just met 2 seconds ago. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this wrestling game for about 5 years now.
Okay, so that's quite a lot longer than a lot of people
that's
that are
right,
here.
That's right.
So have you been in this for this long? What's your where did you start?
I started 5 years when I was 17 years old with a little company called South Midlands Wrestling.
Okay.
Very small, very down in the sticks.
South Midlands.
South Midlands Wrestling.
Is that over in kind of Wolverton area?
Wolverton, Bletchley.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
No longer official, no longer around anymore.
Yeah.
Went under quite a while back, unfortunately. So I took a hiatus of about 2 years.
Okay.
2 years. I've been 2 years out, so I'm coming back now.
So is it 5 years from then, or is it 5 years?
5 years in total.
Yeah.
So 3 years of training. 2 years took the break. Now I'm back up.
Cool. And how did you kind of find out about Hope Wrestling, kind of being from elsewhere?
Well, you know what? The true story is, like I said, I took those 2 years, and in those 2 years, I was watching YouTube, I was watching the WWF, I was watching TNA, and I was watching these people, and all I can tell from what I've seen is that wrestling has gone downhill, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In my opinion. When I was training, we were getting twisted into pretzels. We were getting beaten down. We were getting bloodied. We were getting bruised. Everything. And all I see is these pretenders, these wannabes, these faux boys, these gymnasts in wrestling tights. That's what I see these days. It's so soft and so light. I've had enough.
So you're not a fan of the high flying stuff?
High flying stuff. I'm sick of it. I'm sick. That's not wrestling.
No.
You want to do the high flying stuff? Go to Cirque du Soleil. All right. Yeah, this is not wrestling. How dare you stand in my ring, the ring that I sacrificed my life for, I put my body in the line for, and you make a mockery of it? How dare they? I'm back for that. That's why I'm back.
I'm not a high flyer, so
no,
we're good. We're good.
You're in the microphone. That's fine for you, babe.
So how did you kind of find it getting in? Because I think you've clearly got your kind of you know who you are in the ring. How did you get that down? How did you kind of put the pieces together?
How do you mean, sorry, sir?
As a character, so to go from the person outside in the wrestling, is there any difference, or is it like
character?
Yeah.
There's no character.
It's you. 100%.
There's no character.
100%.
This is me. You cut me through and through. This is me. I'm old school. There's no character.
Fair enough.
This is real.
Fair enough. So if someone was to come down to the Hope Academy for the first time, Someone comes down and steps in for the first time, steps in the ring with you to kind of learn the ropes, as it were. What can they expect?
I will teach them what they need to know.
Which is?
We'll get in the ring and find out.
I'm okay. Luke, do you want to?
I'm tempted to come down, but I think I'd avoid you for a while.
You avoid me? I don't know how to be offended by that, but it's fine.
No, I wouldn't be offended by that.
So, how many matches have you had in your
my total career? Numerous. I can't even count.
How come we haven't seen you then?
Because you've been looking in the wrong places.
Oh, clearly.
You've been looking in
so you got any matches coming up for Hope, do you think?
Yeah, September 18th, I come back, my first match in 2 years.
Is that, which?
That's in Northampton.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, a tag match with my friend Vinny Cray, he goes by.
Oh, Vinny Cray, we know Vinny.
We're going against Weather Warning. I don't know if you've seen that boy in the mask.
I've seen,
boy in the mask.
Yeah, I've seen the boy in the mask.
Yeah. Another one of those pretenders I was talking about.
So this is September
18th.
In Northampton. Whereabouts in Northampton?
I believe it's the Barrett's Club. I'm not sure. I get my personal chauffeur. He takes me there.
Fair enough.
But you know,
I would if I could.
If you want to find out the date, you go to Hope Wrestling website. You'll find the date. No problem.
And whereabouts are you on the internet? Twitter, Facebook? You on that lot?
Right now I'm on my Facebook. Right now I go by Ken Nelson. You can like me on that. I'm trying to get a Twitter page, but like I said, I'm old school, man.
You're old school, yeah.
I'm old school.
I don't have Luke's the Twitter guy,
yeah,
so
you know,
I haven't got a clue about that stuff.
Girls looking at me. Come on, you want to do that? Do it in person. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
You know?
Well, Ken Nelson, thanks for joining us.
That's no problem.
Cheers.
Absolutely. Well done. Thank you so much.
Handshake on the podcast is always good.
That's right.
It's always good. Okay, we're here with Tyvee Lee.
That's it. It is pronounced Tyvee as well. I like it. Yeah, you got it right, man. It's not TV or TV.
I wasn't sure because I think we saw you for the first time. It was the last weekend, the week before. We were commentating on your match. Hadn't got a fucking clue how to pronounce it. So luckily we got it right.
It's the perils of being Welsh, man.
Yeah. So how long have you been wrestling?
I'm coming up to a year now.
Okay.
Started off those who shall not be named. Done that for about 2 weeks. Started wrestling with one of my friends. She's recently gone to Australia.
Wow.
She was wrestling. She'd done a few shows under the name Stevie McQuaid. She's gone there. Hopefully she'll be back soon. So we started there. Found out that obviously that he was stopping. We didn't realise what was going on. We got advice to come here, met Paul, and it's not looked back really. It's been great.
So you say you're from Wales?
Originally, yeah.
How does the Welsh boy end up in Milton Keynes? I love hearing these stories. So how did you go from A to B?
It's not that exciting. It's my girlfriend's job.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, she's a teacher, so she had to do a PGCE year, I think, at Bedford. So relocated from Cardiff.
How are you finding it over this side of the world?
All right, we've actually since moved again, so I'm living in Swindon now.
Okay. Well,
so I'm here, there, and everywhere at the minute.
That's quite a way to
commute.
I'm
like a gypsy man. I just haven't got a caravan.
Cool. So how long? So you've been training about a year. How many matches have you had so far?
I'm coming up to about double figures. I'm probably on about 9 or 10 now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
So I'm still pretty green.
Who was your first match?
My first match was a triple threat with Vinny Cray and El Beardo. Yeah, in Wellingborough. That's all right. I mean, for a first match, I think it went all right. I mean, it's going to give a few, there's teething issues.
Of course, How did it feel getting into the ring for the first time in front of a crowd?
I was cacking it, mate. I was absolutely cacking it. But I was always told from Harvey and Paul and everything that confidence and stuff, it just comes along, and I'm starting to get that now. A little bit more confident. Started off as face, and I just felt a little bit awkward. But being heel, it's just easier to be disliked, isn't it?
100%. Yeah. So where did Tyvee Lee go? Who is Tyvee Lee? Because I'm a massive rock music fan. So as soon as I saw you in the ring, I'm like, that's the guy I can get behind. How did that all kind of come about?
I'm a massive fan of Motley Crue, Steel Panther, Cinder.
That's I thought that he could quite easily step on stage for Steel Panther and not be out of that
Cinderella as well. They're an old bands, and loving all that glam stuff, man, as well, Twisted Sister and everything. And it's the 80s music. It's just all about having fun. So I just thought it'd translate quite well into wrestling, and. And I found the big thing as well is since I sort of started to know my character and get to know my character, that everything else seemed to kind of fall into place a lot better.
Because we've seen a lot of people training tonight. There's only a handful of how I'd say in bracket characters. So you say you found it quite easy.
Obviously, it'll evolve. Do you know what I mean? But since I sort of knew where I wanted to go with it, sort of the mannerisms, the kind of move set, and everything else, it just seemed to fall into place a little bit easier, rather than just sort of wandering around going, "Oh, shall I do this? Shall I try that?" Obviously that's the point of training, but it's sort of more a case of just sort of having a clue what you're doing, thinking, well, would my character do this? What would they do? Would they do that? But really, it's just all about rolling my hips and just playing with my hair.
Simple, really. Is there anyone you kind of cite as an influence in wrestling? Because there's not too many kind of rock star gimmicks out there, I guess.
I'm a big fan at the minute, like especially lately with Johnny Mundo. Loving his work on Lucha and everything as well. I'll be honest, that's sort of where the furry boot covers idea came from and everything, and like it's great. So, and I like him because he's athletic, he can do the flippy stuff. But it's not just about that. He can do a lot more.
Yeah,
so
he's more three-dimensional.
That's what I mean. I'm a big Rich Swann fan as well, but I can't do half the stuff Rich Swann does. Like I don't think many
anybody
people
can.
No, that's it, man. But this has been awesome. Like I've been really loving it, and I think this is just something that I'd like to keep doing for a long time. It's just one of those things as well. I think a lot of people say it is you wish you could have started at a younger age.
Yeah.
I mean, I started it last year and I was 30. So if I'd have started like some of these guys like 14, 15, and like you can tell they're just going to be
you
great.
got twice as long on them, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like.
So, because I say you've trained it. So you say you had a couple of sessions elsewhere. What was it like stepping into the Hope Academy for the first time and kind of getting to grips with everything here?
It was daunting because obviously you're meeting a lot of new people. Like I said, I was lucky because I had one of my mates with me. You sort of got that sort of familiar ground. I recognised a couple of the guys here, like Jack and Wes from sort of other places as well. So sort of had a little bit of banter. So it was kind of a little bit more organic than what it would have been if I just stepped in off the street and not known anyone. And I think that's helped quite a lot. I mean, everyone here has been amazing. They've been so friendly and like really supportive.
Now, the last thing I saw you do in the ring before you got a pinfall was smash a guitar over Pour Down the Man's Head. It looked fucking amazing. The whole crowd just kind of had that whole sweep of, ooh, like, couldn't believe it.
We can swear on this podcast.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, fucking brilliant.
Yeah. I was thinking, so how did it feel, I guess, yeah?
It was fucking amazing. Like, again, it was something like, I remember as a kid just watching Jeff Jarrett, like, when he had the Road Dogg as the roadie and, like, just smashing people with the guitars, and I just thought, do you know what? I think, again, that fits him in the gimmick. So I thought, like, that's what I want to do.
And Dan is still alive, isn't he?
I spoke to him on Facebook a couple of days later. I haven't killed him.
Good.
It's all right. I've been trying to plant seeds now. I thought technically I should be the #1 contender for his cruiserweight title. It's a different promotion, but I thought because I was just planting seeds. So Chris, Dan, if you're listening, book me, yo.
Where can we find you on the internet? Twitter, Facebook?
I'm on Instagram under Tivy Lee Wrestling.
Tivy.
Tivy Lee Wrestling, and I'm also on Facebook under Tivy Lee, Tivy.
Awesome, man. We look forward to kind of seeing you grow as a character. I'm already a massive fan, obviously in the music thing. So I wish you all the best.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, guys. Fucking pleasure.
Cheers,
guys.
So there we go, guys. That was the Hope MK Wrestling Academy over at the Guardians Gym in Bradwell Abbey, Milton Keynes. They're training there every Tuesday night, 8:30 till 11. Just give them a find on Facebook, Hope MK. They will give you all the information you need. Massive thanks to everyone down there though for having us down. So fun to be in a room full of people all passionate about professional wrestling. Of course, you can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Figure4Radio, Instagram and Twitter @Figure4Radio. We're on iTunes, Podomatic, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and now the TuneIn Radio app. Just give Figure4 Radio a search. I'm sure we'll pop up somewhere. And of course, there is our website, which is figure4radio.weebly.com. I've personally been putting on some blog posts there, predicting shows and reviewing the latest pay-per-views from over there in America at the WWE. But yeah, give us a look on there. Pop some comments on Facebook. Let us know what you think. But for this week, it's been the Mastermind Olie Spring. It's been Luke-O-Mac, and we'll see you next week on Figure4 Radio.
Figure4 Radio.